Hello everyone, it's Dave Relic, aka Realtor Dave. Start of October 2016. Let's talk quickly about the mortgage rule changes. So, as many people know, government changed the mortgage rules. They've been doing this for years. They've been making it harder and harder to get a mortgage. They most recently did it in February of this year. They changed the minimum down payment rules. And I'm going to skip over what exactly government has done now. They're just basically making it harder for you to get a mortgage. And like I said, they've been doing this for years. And the two main points I want you to get out of this. The first is that I don't think it's a good idea to rush out and buy a home because of these mortgage rules changes. You know, if you've been looking in the market for a while, you've got the process started, and this is going to affect you with what the banks have done. You talk to your mortgage broker, your bank, and they said this is going to affect you, and you need to do what you need to do. But I don't recommend rushing out and buying just any home before the rule changes take effect. I saw people do this in 2009, and at that time the house prices got so inflated. It took 5 years for home prices to get back to that level. You know, after the mortgage rule changes, buyers dried up, prices came down, and like I said, it took about 5 years for prices to hit those levels they did in early 2009 when the government did mortgage rule changes at that time. So that's point one. Don't rush out. You know, obviously it's your own judgment call there. Just be aware. And the second point I want to make is that this is going to continue to happen. The government is very worried about debt levels, especially in Toronto and Vancouver. Now, in Vancouver, with a new foreign tax there, it might have just sort of let the air out of that bubble. And we might see home prices come down in Vancouver. If that happens, that will, slow down what the government does in terms of more mortgage rule changes. But Toronto is still a hot market. And if you look around, it's like 3 hours around Toronto where, the Toronto market has affected, you're probably looking at about a quarter of Canada's population living in that area. So long as that area remains hot, the government will need to try and do more things. If the Ontario government themselves does something, that might, let the air out of that bubble as well, and then the federal government wouldn't have to step in again. If the Ontario government doesn't, and it's hard to tell what they're really thinking right now, then the federal government would probably have to do more mortgage rule changes, because what they've done currently, I do not believe would be sufficient to calm that market. Here in Calgary, it's going to let a little more air out of an already deflated market, but I don't really see it affecting things long term. Ultimately, I do believe the government or the banks and the mortgage companies will lend you more money than you really want to if you have decent credit, good income, and some money saved up. They'll kind of give you a mortgage and you're like, wow, that's a lot of money. I can't really even afford to make those monthly payments. Starting to go lower. So I don't really see it affecting those people for the most part. But of course, there's going to be some people who are affected by this. Any questions on this one, guys? I do recommend you talk to your bankers and mortgage brokers about the specific rules. If you have any questions for me about what I kind of advise people to do, what I see happen with home prices, then let me know. As always, my number is 403-990-1278. You can email me at daverelic@remax.net. Other than that, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.